Hey folks, Gavin Seim, and another sun is setting, another day is going by with prisoners locked in cages without due process all over this nation, from the Bundys to Jeff Winehouse to Schaefer Cox to Pete Santilli, reporters locked in jail for reporting, patriots locked in jail for loving their country, men upholding the Constitution and trying to defend it locked in jail for doing just that. And meanwhile, across the nation, those who have sworn to protect and defend the Constitution are almost universally doing nothing about it. Now, some of these men, they're locked in these prisons, and they're taking plea deals, some of them, to get out of those prisons. And there's some kind of back burner talk going on about that, saying, oh, they should stand up, they shouldn't be giving in. You know what? When you've been a prisoner of war, maybe you can talk about that. And that's exactly what these men are. This isn't due process. This isn't courts of law we're dealing with. This is a truly terrorist, treasonous government running the equivalent of concentration camps. I am not ashamed to call these men in these jails locked away for no crime whatsoever, locked away for defending the rule of law. They are prisoners of war in a terrorist regime that rules this nation. The rule of law is our rights, God-given, natural, affirmed by the Constitution. That's the law. That's what we stand up for. And when we don't, we're not America. We don't have a constitution. Your rights out here in every state of this nation, they are not protected. The Constitution is trampled and in shreds. And if you try to exercise your rights, the government will either lock you away in a concentration camp or kill you. Now, to these men who went down there and stood in Oregon, to those who stood in Nevada, who stand up for the Constitution, the rule of law, who love their neighbor as themselves, I hold nothing against you for taking those plea deals. When you're a prisoner of war in the concentration camp and an opportunity comes to get out, you get out so that you can stand another day. These men are veterans to me. These men are veterans of liberty, and any veteran who says they're not is a violator of his oath, and he has turned on America. Because when you stand up and defend the Constitution, when you stand up and love your neighbor and defend people's rights, you become a veteran of what that represents. It's time to start honoring and getting serious about truth and law and liberty and those who stand up for it. They may not be perfect, but that's not the point. We have people running all over this nation saying, I'm a veteran, I'm an officer, I'm in the armed forces, doing nothing to honor their oath, as they allow the real defenders of the Constitution to rot in prison. All of us need to start asking the hard questions. How are we going to stand? What can we do to defend liberty, to love our neighbor, and to restore this nation? It's not going to be free. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be done by checking a box at the ballot. It's going to take a stand. It's time to free the prisoners.